Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 112 of the Terminator build for T800 from Hachette. In this issue, you may have noticed already, we've got a third base section, some more stuff to mount onto it, a rock, a jaw, and a piece of spine, which is quite disturbing in a strange sort of way. The skull, the jawbone, does actually fit. Well, it doesn't fit, but it matches with the skull that we got previously, although it doesn't go onto that. It goes onto this bit and the skull goes onto the other bit, but you know, we'll worry about that later. Let's have a look at the build. Obviously this is the parts that we've got. There's also the connecting pieces to connect it, which I do believe is the first thing we're going to do. Now, the previous sections I have here, I have taken off all of the extra stuff because I'm not adding that on quite yet, because this does need some attention. As you can see, it's not ideal. It's all right, but it's not ideal. It does have the lights fitted to it, which I might well be taking off before I paint it. I might not. They do just pop in at the moment, although they're going to be wired up, so I might well end up leaving them on and masking them off for painting, because I don't know about the black bit. The lens obviously needs masking, but the black I might paint in to match a little bit better with the surrounds, or make it a bit more metallic. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But yeah, we have a third light to add to the other corner, obviously. This we're turning over. Let's get it arranged the same way as it is in the picture. It's going there like that, and this is going obviously around somewhere like that. We've got bits that matching, line up, and everything else, as you can imagine. That's how it's going to fit. It does have an expert tip of saying you might want to attach it with bulldog clips. No, you really don't need to. All you need to do is to put the bracket on over one side, put a couple of screws in there, not terribly tightly, so it holds it in place but doesn't bolt it in place, so it has a little bit of wiggle room, although the plate does fit over the little indentations here onto the back anyway. So assuming it's held down in place, it can't really move because it's already sort of attached. Although if you lift it up of those like that, then you can move it about, but it's going to end up being fitted like that. So I've got a spare screw, obviously. The other screws are going to go into there like that. So I shall get one ready. Obviously, if the other side of this was perfectly flat, it would be very, very easy, but that would also make the base very, very boring. So I'm just going to put that down a minute, see if I can't arrange this properly so they pop in there a bit like that, and then I can put the screws in to stop it escaping, and then come back and tighten them all down. Now this one obviously has a grill in it as well for the speaker, for the sound effects, and I assume voice as well, because there's no speaker in the head bit. So it looks like any talking it's going to do through the base rather than through the mouth. But that's fine. Right, so I'm going to make sure this lines up properly before I put these down fully and tighten them down. Judging by the other side that we attach the two together, there's still going to be some wobble whatever I do with it. But that's not a problem, because we're going to be tidying it up and sorting out the base shortly anyway. So let's go back and tighten all of these down now. And that will be all of step 3 completed. Just like that. So then we can turn it over and see what it looks like. That's even worse than the first one, to be honest. The colour of this is different to the colour of this. At least this matched in mostly, except for the join. Yeah, that's not great. It definitely needs repainting, which we'll sort out and take care of very soon. Now, the next few stages are going to be adding the things to it, like the jawbone obviously fits down there. The stone will fit over there, and the spine somehow fits in there. I can't quite tell which way round it goes. It's got the 3 holes there. Check the pegs on the vertebrae fit into the recesses. Apply glue to the pegs. Right, I can't tell in the picture quite which way round it goes. Is it standing up a bit? There's definitely a couple that look like hole pegs, but they're not really. And that one's a funny shape, so I really don't know about that. It's off to one side. Not sure. I shall play around with that and figure it out. Maybe it lays off to one side. It says in place as shown, and that's that. What is different? I can't see properly, but that looks different to the one that I've got, unless it's, I don't know, it looks like a different shape of interior bits. Identify the recess, circular the rock fits. But that's, oh, the rock is fitting down there, yeah. So the rock should be fitted later, that's not a problem. This is going on there somewhere a bit like that, but not quite like that. Or is it like that, but not quite like that? I can't quite tell from the picture. I think it's just saying fit it in place as shown like that, but it's really not. But anyway, I'm not going to be fitting that yet because I do need to repaint the base, and I decided, after having seen the bones and everything, I'm going to be repainting the bones as well. I'm going to go for a more normal skull and bone colour rather than this strange whatever it is. So the rock I can fit in place, unless this is gonna, I'm gonna have to find out, aren't I, if this is gonna be fitting in place around it, next to it, or something. They look like they join up there, and that's a little indentation for that, but it's not going to be at an angle. It's going to have to be it's got to be that way round. I can tell that from here, that that's going to go down there, that's lined up with there, that's lined up with there, and that one lines up with there, mostly. It wouldn't do that if it was the other way round at all. No, it wouldn't fit at all like that. That would be at funny angles and not the same spacing. Ooh, unless that's the spacing. Hang about. No, that's not the spacing. It's got to be that way round. But yeah, I'm not entirely certain, not entirely happy how that fit. Oh wait, no, it's that side. There you go. They're the pins. That's got a shaped bit. So this bit that's been not painted at all is actually going to be nicely visible. There we go. So it goes like that. Yeah, okay. I'm less happy again about the painting of that, because the whole inside of that, where the light's going to be, is not painted. I would have assumed it was going to be that way up. Looks like they put that through the paint machine the wrong way round. But on the plus side, it means it fits in fine with that rock. So I am going to glue that rock in place, as I've glued in these rocks, because it's not a problem to... I'd rather paint them in situ with it rather than have to paint them separately and then put them on. The rocks are going to be much the same as the other rocks that are already around, interspersed and part of the base. So we'll get some glue out. There we go. A little bit of glue around the edge there. That will hold that in place fine. Good, but as I say, not gluing the rest of it in because I need to do some work to those, certainly. Next up, we are attaching the bulb. Not the red one, the one without the twiddly bit of wire around there that I didn't use to denote the red one. So the wire goes all the way through there. I'm not worried about whereabouts it comes out the bottom. And this will bayonet in just like that. He says with it not bayoneting in, it will. Look, there you go. So you've got very slight rotational movement on there and lots of up and down. So we now have the 3 tiles arranged and sorted. Good. So that's that. The rest of the magazine, we're looking at Blade Runner 2049. Did we not already look at that? I'm sure we did. It might have been in a different magazine. I don't remember. But there we go. That's that. I quite enjoyed it. It was quite a good film. I shall watch it again at some point and refresh my memory as to it. But Forest Fires, yeah, it's a bit real world for this. And next week, the final panel, the 4th section, along with more springs, detail up pieces, a rock, which I'll glue in, these, which I won't glue in yet, 2 more attachment points, obviously, because it's got attached to this one, this one. So that's next time, which should be tomorrow. I shall see you very shortly for that and other things. There are other videos to watch on the channel. Now I've just put that bulb in. That's still going to fit in there, and because that will move out the way, and I can put that in like that, and then that can come around. Yeah, that still works. Good. Okay, as you were. Thank you for watching. That was issue 112. See you for 113 soon. Bye bye for now.